for the Area 51 Monday Night Next Gen Cup Series Season 1 of 2022 here at what I like to call the community swimming pool. However, we are at Iowa here tonight. A little bit of short track racing, but this track does not race like a short track. It races more like a mile to a mile and a half track. All three lines, all three grooves on the racetrack are in play here. Of course, tires will play a factor in that tonight. We'll see how long these drivers can go. 28 drivers have entered the facility here this evening for round number 4, presented by MaxSpeedTV. Of course, myself, Joshua Medlock, going to be up here calling the 110 action for you all. 96.25 miles here this evening. Man, yeah, we're still just getting started here, folks, but we are edging ever so closer. We are at that halfway mark, really, tonight of the regular season. Only 8 rounds in the regular season. And then, of course, we'll get into the chase. But we won't even talk about that right now. What we got to do is, of course, concentrate on tonight. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and talk about the pre-race analytics here this evening. Air temp of 65. We got a track temp of 69, so not too bad out there. Not a little bit of a wind, but I would call that a mild wind of about 2 miles an hour. Like I said, 110 laps and 96.25 miles. Here's what they're going to be running. Now, they have unlimited tire sets. So tires, now they could be a problem, you know, if it goes green and, you know, they have to, you know, pit for tires. They could be an issue. I'm going to say right now they're not going to be an issue, but they could be, definitely. It could be fuel. Now, we're looking at fuel. 70% fuel is what they run, 62 to 68 laps, roughly. So it is definitely going to be a one-stop race. I don't think tires are going to hold up, though, for 62 to 68 laps. I really don't. Now, pit road, we also got to talk about pit road because that is a dangerous place to be. If, you know, you go a lap down, you make a mistake on pit road, especially at this track, it's so hard to get that lap back. And, of course, you know, the more laps you're down, the harder it is. Now, of course, we're watching practice here, but, you know, this is just practice. We'll see exactly what happens in the race. I think everybody will be calm, cool, and collected as we go 3 wide there here in practice. Now, pace speed here is 50 miles an hour. This is only 0.875 miles, I do believe. So it is a short track, you know, under that circumstance. But it doesn't, like I said, race like that. It races like a mile to a mile and a half track. So we'll see. You know, we got 29 drivers right now. Somebody just connected, so we'll see what happens. Let's get down here to the point standings because these are interesting here coming into tonight, round number 4. Now, we got Dave Bush. He is going to stay where he's at up at the top spot at 106. So he is our leader coming into tonight. However, without me even going down through the points, you can just see how close each and every driver is to the one ahead of them. I mean, it is that close. The furthest one to the driver ahead is, of course, Maxwell Caldwell. Now, he moved up 8 spots into second. He is 92 points, 14 behind Dave Bush. That's the biggest. So, and that can be made up in 4 races, definitely. We'll see here, you know, after tonight what the next 4 races, you know, will do for Maxwell. But Dave is our leader. Maxwell there in second. Now, Jason T. Adams is going to fall there in third, down a spot, 91 points. Now, he's 15 behind the leader, but he's only 1 behind Maxwell. Gary Slapinski is going to stay where he's at in 4th at 90. 16 points behind the leader and 1 behind Jason. Koabi Brooks, he's going to move up 2 from last week. He is in 5th at 82 points, 24 behind the leader. That's you know, that there is a little bit of a gap there for sure, but still plenty of races left to go. He's only 8 behind Gary, though. Then we have our first tie here of Mike Peters. Going to stay where he's at in 6th, but Dean Wilkinson is going to be down a spot into 7th. Both of these gentlemen, 80 points, 26 behind the leader and 2 behind Koabi. We go to Nicholas Lamb, up 3 spots into 8th at 78 points, 28 behind the leader and 2 behind Wilkinson and Peters. Jim Brooks up 2 spots into 9th at 74 points, 32 behind the leader, but only 4 behind Nicholas. We go to William George. He is going to crack the top 10 here into 10th at 67 points, 39 behind the leader, but only 7 behind Jim Brooks. Now, I do want to go ahead and go over this real quick. Going into the chase, it's only the top 8 drivers. So, outside of the top 8, this is where we've really got to pay attention. You know, who's going to drop, who's going to go. Right now, William George, Jim Brooks is on the outside looking in, as well as Robert A. Rock down a position in 11th, 67 points, 39 behind the leader, tied with William George there. And another tie here, but this is a 3-way tie. It is Ron Kelly down 9 spots, James Ledford up 7 spots, and Jack Walls up 2 spots. 66 points. What all 3 of these drivers have. They are 40 points behind the leader and 1 behind Robert Rock and William George. Jay Hilliard is going to fall back to that 15th spot, down 7. 65 points, 41 points behind the leader, but he's only 1 behind Ryan, James, and Jack. So, you know, these points are really, really still close between every single driver out here when it comes to position for position. Things are going to change here from tonight all the way up to round 8. This is not going to stay the way it is. However, with that being said, what is going to happen tonight? That is going to be the big thing. Now, went through the point standings. We're under a minute to go. We're going to go ahead and step away and play the national anthem provided by Madison Rising. So, folks, qualifying will be underway when we come back.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket train, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, traitors that star-spangled banner, yeah, wave for the land another praise, and the home of the brave.
This is Rio of Madison Rising, and you're watching MaxSpeedTV.
Alrighty, folks. Qualifying, of course, is underway. Time's already rolling in and have rolled in here tonight. Now, right now, Gary Slapinski up in that top spot here. He's not on track, but he does have a 23.693 here tonight. And, of course, he was the quickest in practice with a 23.651. Coming down to close to a minute left here in qualifying. Mike Peters here in third. Ryan Kelly is on track here in fifth. George Rincon might be Jorge. I'm not sure. So the 902, I do apologize if I'm saying your first and last name wrong. You can let me know later, or somebody else can, but I think right now what we got to do is get Gary Slapinski up here real quick and have a little bit of a chit chat with him, if I can find him. One of the big issues with Discord, I'm still trying to get used to Discord. There he is, right there. We'll get him up here. Gary, got a copy?
Yes, go ahead.
All right. Well, not in mid-conversation, but yeah, a little surprised it looks like. Well, Gary, yeah, backing up that practice time, a little bit slower, but you are going to be up here at the top spot, man. How do you feel about Iowa? Short track racing, but this does not race like a short track. Talk about it.
No, it doesn't. It has two different corners. You know, it is very little bit different. You can't overdrive it. You can heat up your right rear. It gets loose off of 4. You got to be careful on your throttle when you're too wide. There's a lot going on out there. A lot.
Oh yeah, definitely so. And you know, it is one of those type of races that can make it or break it. So you know, what's it gonna be for you coming into tonight? Fourth in the point standings. Not only the top 8 go into the chase, we still got a ways for that. So what does this kind of do for you?
I just want to, like, I've been having some bad qualifying, I noticed lately. I just want to get me a top 5. It so happens I got a pole. I just need to start in the front so I can get past the riffraff and kind of just stay up front and try to stay out of trouble and not put myself into trouble.
All right, well, that sounds like a game plan here tonight. 110 laps. Now, this race could go by quickly, or, Gary, it could be a long race.
Could be a long night.
Yes, sir. Well, Gary, good luck tonight, bud.
Thank you.
Yep. All right, we'll get him back down there, and we'll get everybody on the grid here tonight. Get all that off here. Gary doesn't look like he has gridded yet. However, it's going to be Gary Slapinski up at the top spot with a 23.693. Congratulations to Gary on pole. Maxwell Caldwell there in second. So we got 2 drivers here of the first 3 races that are right here together. Still looking for that third different winner, but Maxwell is going to start on the outside. Mike Peters in third. John Held there in fourth. Ryan Kelly in fifth. Jack Walls in that 6th position. Koabe Brooks in 7th. William George in 8th. Bud Steele 9th. And Dave Bush rounding out the top 10. Nicholas Lamb at 11th. Jim Brooks in 12th. Derek Gilray 13th. Jorge George, not sure. Rincon. However, the 902 is going to start in 14th. Todd Merkel 15th, Chummy Miller in 16th, Larry Blair 17th, Michael Spell in 18th. Now, Joseph Morales did not qualify. He's going to start 19th. James Ledford likewise in 20th. Mark Brown 21st, Robert Rock 22nd, TJ Elaine 23rd, Charles Johnson 24th, Gary Corley 25th as we come down to the second lap here of pacing before we get the green. Dustin Lamb 26th, Jason Adams 27th, Robert DuPont 28th, and rounding out our field here tonight, riding shotgun, not qualifying, is going to be that 55 of Dean Wilkinson. So, 29 drivers, and it looks like a TJ. Seeing this right? Yeah, he did not grid. So, looks like 28 drivers. Now, DJ might start on pit road. Guess we'll have to definitely watch that. However, into 3, here we go. Pull those belts tight, folks. One more time. Pace car will dive off to the safety of pit road out of 4, and it will be in Gary's hands here tonight. Pace car dives off, sharp left turn, waiting on the green. Gary holding them back, There's the green. Here we go, folks. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Racing here tonight at Iowa. And already going into and out of 4 is Maxwell Caldwell. He is gonna steal it on the outside here tonight to lead the first lap. Now, could it be the Maxwell Caldwell Gary Slapinski show here tonight? Or is Mike Peters, Don Hill, Ron Kelly, Jack Walls, William George, and all of the 28 drivers out here on the track? What do they have in store here this evening? We are already here, folks. And that went by quick. You know, 3 laps. They're putting in 23. You know, I'm going to round it out. So it was about 24 laps. Or 24 seconds a lap. So they are going to be putting in about 2 laps, 2.5 laps a minute right now. Now, we know as the tires fall off, that is definitely going to change, but I think it's still going to stay about 2 laps a minute here as everybody up front's going single file. You know, we've got some action going on back here, but not a whole lot. I think they know 110 laps is a long way to go. Looking at Dustin Lamb here in the 91 on the outside. Dean Wilkinson, he's moved up a couple of spots already from that 29th position to 25th. 60 of Joseph Morales. Now this is back in toward the tail end of the field. They got to get the heat built up here as well too, folks. So the heat and the tires, got to figure out what line everybody's going to run, braking points, you know, the whole shebang. I mean, it's everything here tonight. Right now, we're going to be looking at Chummy Miller here. Chummy, go 4. He's got some company in the 19. Nicholas Lamb in the 71 of Kowabe Brooks. Maxwell Caldwell is going to overtake the lead. Wanted to let everybody know who our leader is. So let's go back here to Chummy again. Kind of watch Nicholas Lamb, Kowabe. Got Todd Merkel. Oh, 71 got really close. Oh, somebody. Oh, Nicholas Lamb cutting grass here tonight. I think he might have thought the grass might have been a little bit too high. No caution, but he is going to fall way back here. Let's go ahead and get a, that will need to be changed here. The instant replay here, folks. That is something that I totally forgot to do. Yeah, I will get to that here in just a second. So I'm going to go ahead for right now and call it the MaxSpeedTV replay. See what happened here to the 19. Did he just snappy? Yeah, he just snappy loosey-goosey there. And a good save, though. He did cut it across the grass. Oh, is he going to get nailed there? I don't think he got nailed. He might have gotten nailed. No, he's good. He's good. He didn't get nailed for the unsafe pit entrance or anything, it looks like. So back up live we go. Everybody now single file going through the field. Well, we got some side-by-side action going on back here. Chummy, Todd, like Kowabe in the mix here. Gonna have to watch this. Todd Markle in the 2 to the inside of the 04. Hey, guess what, folks? We're at 100 laps. 99 to go here. Already that quick. Only 110 at Iowa. It makes for a quick race. Now, for everybody just tuning in, I do want to go ahead and pull up the pre-race analytics here so everybody can find, see the fuel window. Unlimited tire sets, so tires really not going to be an issue per se unless it stays green and goes green. Yeah, tires could be an issue at that point. But I'm going to say early on right now, before 20 to go, before 20 laps into the race, right now, I don't think tires are the problem. Because you can come in at any point in time and get tired. That is where we stand right now here. 14 laps already into the race. And Maxwell, Gary, Chummy. What's going on with Chummy in the 04? He's to the outside. That is Bud Steele there. And I'm going to say something about Mr. Bud Steele here tonight. And Bud is one of those drivers that, yeah, he races the 6, Mark Martin's number. Okay, whatever. Yeah, he's, my favorite too. But Bud Steele is one of those drivers that you got to watch. And this guy right here, too, the 88 of Michael Spell. And no, here we go. Michael goes around as I was just talking about Michael Spell. That happened. And this is one of the reasons why sometimes I hate broadcasting. Because when I start talking about a driver, yeah. I don't know if that was just a coincidence or what, but Michael Spell is a driver you have to definitely watch. Now, I am going to be on Michael Spell here. Oh, what happened, though? Oh, did he? Oh, I think he might have right there got a little loose. Okay, everything's okay, but he comes, that net code? Oh, I don't know. Oh, that is so close right there. First caution of the evening. We've got to get a big chase view on this and kind of look at it. Did he snap there, though? Just a hair. Oh, he's all right. Right there it was. Oh, 04 did come down. Yeah, right there. I think there's. I'm gonna have to nail that. I mean, there's a gap, but definitely contact. Oh man, that is a close call for the admin. Oh. Unfortunately, Michael Spell is going to be on pit road here as we go back up alive. Now, I don't believe we're going to be able to get any interviews in under caution, folks, due to the fact that it's such a short track. Oof. Now, it looks like he, yes, YouTube acted up a little bit. Sorry about that. Well, how about, man, don't want to pull him up. He's out there, but I don't. You know what? Let's see if he wants to talk. Michael Spell, want to talk real quick or no?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, what happened out there, man? It looked like a little net code, little contact from my perspective. What'd you see?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's hard to tell if I came up a little bit or he came down some. It just really tight race. I probably should have backed out of it, given it was just early in the race, and now I've got a bunch of damage. So we'll see how it is.
Well, you do have a reset, and I noticed you didn't use it, which early on, you know as well as I do, Michael. You use it early, you got to definitely be careful. So I think right now it's just a hang back plan and see what happens, I'm assuming.
Yeah, that's exactly. I mean, I didn't think, it said I had 2.5 minutes of optional. I didn't think that I had that much. And of course, I can't pit again, so. Yeah, I'll just save it and see how it runs.
All right, buddy. We'll let you get back to it side by side here, man. Good luck, bud.
Thank you.
Yep. I hate interviewing people that is involved in a wreck, but we had to hear it from Michael Spell. I don't know. It looked like Netcode started it, but then again, it was that close that. It's internet, folks. I'm not a professional. I don't know. Pace car dives off. Here we go. Maxwell Caldwell, Gary Slapinski here. And that number 94, of course, is going to be on the loud pedal. Green flag back out in the air here tonight. We'll see what happens. 21 laps, though, of 110. If they keep going here, man, they got to keep going. We can't have these, cautions every, 20 laps, but I think they'll get it figured out. I really do. Let's check on the boss man here, Charles Johnson. He's hanging back here in that 23rd spot. Somebody blinked out there, and I don't know who that was. But he started in 24th, so he's kind of hanging out, kind of where he started. Always got to check on the boss man. All right, let's check on the other boss man. Where is Jim Brooks? There he is, right there. In 12th, started 10th. Uh-oh, yeah, somebody is blinking, and I don't know who it is. I'm having some timing screen issue. Like 10 drivers will go green and one driver will go red. So I don't know. That is William George. I do believe. Oh no. William George having some major connectivity issues. Somebody is sideways there, and oh no. And I know who was involved in that because I seen the number. That was the 51 of Jim Brooks. Wow. All right. Well, let's see exactly what happened to Jim. Jim did get hit. Somebody was off track, came right up into that 51. I did see that. But who was it? And it looks like it was the 83. That's who got loose. Jack Walls got loose. Right up, nowhere to go. Wrong place, wrong time. Oh, the 51 gonna take a hard lick to that outside wall. And you know what, folks? I know several more drivers are involved in this. Oh, it looks like the 88 getting more damage. I believe that is the 171 of Robert Rock getting a piece of it. What we're going to do here is we are going to go on Jim Brooks. We're going to go get a cockpit view of this and just see what, Jim Brooks is doing, how he's hanging out there on track, and just look how quickly things can change in an instant. I know he's probably seen what happened there, but it changes so quickly. So cockpit, he sees the spin down low. Try to get around, and up right there it was. And Jim he couldn't go anywhere. Oh, and a hard lick for Jim Brooks. Ugh. And Jim definitely, yeah, Jim, smoking engine there as we seen. Gonna have to use a reset here tonight. Oh. A big shout out to, of course, Jim Brooks. A big shout out to Charles, and a big shout out to everybody at Area 51. And going into, we have a new sponsor here. Like I said, the replay will have to be changed. But it is the Chummy Esports Area 51, according to what I understand now. So, big shout out to Chummy staying on board. I don't know what happened, but and that is none of my business. But TJ Elaine did step away. Like I said, folks, it's none of my business. I don't care what happened. So big shout out to Chummy Miller for staying on board here. So the Chummy Esports Area 51 series. Well, for this, it'll be the Next Gen Cup Series. And pace car lights are still on here. So, well, how about we go back with somebody in the back here at about 13th here tonight. Mr. Larry Blair got a copy.
Yes, sir. How you doing, John?
I'm doing all right. Hanging out there in 13th, started 17th. So you're up a few spots here. But, man, we got a little bit to go. But still, nevertheless, short track racing, mile-and-a-half track style racing, it get a little crazy out there already.
It's getting a little wild. The racing's really good competitive today. So, I mean, the car's got good grip. Tire fall off ain't that bad. I think it's going to be a good run here to the end. Hopefully, we don't have no more cautions to stay green.
Well, do you think we'll be done by 9 Central?
I don't have no idea. I don't know what time it is.
Well,
all I know is it's about time for the green flag.
Yeah, it is 8 o'clock Central Time. But Larry, we still got a ways to go. So anything definitely can happen. So good luck down there, and we'll see what happens.
All right, Josh. Let's go back racing.
Yeah, let's do it. All right. Well, let's get back up front to the 94 of Maxwell Caldwell here tonight. Nice Wood Brothers car in that 21. We'll look at that if we can later or here in just a minute. Down into 3, coming to lap 31 of 110. Got 11 watching still yet. 4 likes. Can we hit 7 to 10 likes here tonight? Pace car dives off. Here we go. Maxwell not wasting any time. He's going to be on the loud pedal here tonight. Side by side for that second spot. That is Ryan Kelly. And Ryan Kelly, folks, is one of those drivers. He starts up front. He's one of those that can move back. He's one of those that, he'll just ride. He'll let you pass. But if you're not faster than him, he will let you know. Now, he's not going to wreck you, but he will let you know, hey, I'm faster than you. Can you let me around? Ron Kelly is one of those drivers. He is a fair driver, but he is also a very, very competitive. So, Ron Kelly, right there in that third spot. We got Mike Peters, John Held here. Now, they are doing battle here for that 4th position. I believe Mike Peters does have that. Yes, he does. Wabi there in 6, started 7, still hanging out where he started, roughly. He's got Todd Markle there, right there with him. But Dave Bush, they're in 8th. Jason Adams, Derek Gilray, Gary Corley. I seen Gary spin out in practice, but right now, Gary, man, from 25th to 11th. Gary, keep going, buddy. Keep going, man. You're doing great right now. Just don't hit the wall. That's the big thing. But still got company here in the 6 with Mark Brown in the 73. Nicholas Lamb right there with him as well. Charles Johnson, speaking of which, and I just said something about the 19. What in the world? I just said something about the 19. Going through the field of Nicholas Lamb. Oh, no. And was that Jim involved in that again? Don't tell me that was Jim involved in that again. That's the second time that happened if it was Jim. Nicholas Lamb in the 19. Oh, he loses it. Tries to save it. It's on the apron and right up into the 51 of Jim Brooks. Jim just not having any luck tonight here at Iowa. That is the second time that has happened. Oh. I don't know. Jim just in the wrong spot, wrong time. I don't know if Jim wants to talk about it. He is on pit road here. Things are going to be changing here, not only in the ticker, but in my screen. And he is on pit road in his pit stall there in the 51. I don't know if he's got required or not. With the damage that he's got, I could only imagine. Oh. And he does not have a reset left. So let me bring Jim up here real quick. Jim, got a copy? If you don't want to talk, say no. Or don't talk at all. That is fine. I will take him back down to his room. Oh man. Ah! You know, it makes me want to pull out my hair too. Oh man, Jim. Jim took it behind the wall. Jorge or George Rincon took it behind the wall. William George is, of course, out of the race as well. The 3 drivers already out of the race here tonight. Now, Chummy Miller is 11 laps down at the present time. He is out there on the racetrack, but he is 11 laps down. Maxwell Caldwell, Ryan Kelly, John Hill, Joseph Morales started 19th and 4th, and running out our top 5 is going to be Todd Merkel. Here started 15th. Ace car lights are still on. All right, well, let's get Kowabe up here. Why not? Kowabe, got a copy?
Got you.
All right, started in 7th, running 6th, up a spot. So kind of where you started, man. How does it feel out there, and what is going on out there on the track here tonight?
Yeah, things are going all right. Looks like turn 4 is biting pretty hard, though. So I'm trying to not be a statistic in this one.
So turn 4 is a big problem.
Yeah, if you keep the car low, it's going to have a tendency of swapping ends, and these cars don't seem to like to be saved. And you try to save it, you'll just see them cut back to the right and cause chaos. So I'm going to try to avoid that and the aftermath of that, and I should be able to have a decent result, but no guarantees.
Oh, yeah, definitely so. Well, Kowabe, hang tight, man. It looks like you're good to go. According to my stats, you still have your reset left, so you're fine. Let's hope you don't have to use it. That's the big thing. So, Kowabe, hang tight, man, and good luck.
Appreciate it.
Yep. All right. Well, that is Koabi Brooks here. It sounded like Jim did not want to talk. So if Jim wants to, you know, come up here in the booth and kind of talk about just not the luck he wanted here tonight, I'll leave that up to Jim. I'm not going to pull him back up here. There we go. Pace car lights are off, coming into 3. Middle of 3 and 4 out of 4. Pace car does dive off. Here we go. Maxwell on the loud pedal. Green back out here tonight. ATVO starting to act up a little bit. I have not done a crank it up here tonight, so I don't know exactly what's going on with ATVO, but Ryan Kelly is nice. He's not letting that 21 of John held. Oh, 21 on the car, 25 in the driver bar. Jim Brooks, Charles, John, anybody that makes paints, we got a fix-up number here. 21 on the car of John held, but 25 in the driver bar. We might need to get that fixed if we can. But I did notice it. So here we go. John right there with him, man. We got the 24. Jason Adams, boy, he was right up against the wall. Did he hit the wall? He might have a few scrapes, but it doesn't look too bad on that number 24 machine. Let's go ahead and get back up alive here to the racing going on. Some side-by-side going on. Mike Peters. Inside of the 71 of Kowabi. Like, there's nothing going on there. Let's check back through the field here, folks. We gotta see what's going on. What we gotta do. Joseph Morales in the 60 on the outside. That is the 91 of Dustin Lamb. Right up ahead of them is the 19 of Nicholas Lamb and Dean Wilkinson. Looks like patience. A lot of respect going on back here in the back. What's the respect going on up front? 24 is around. Jason Adams. All right. Here we go. We'll take a look at what happened to Mr. Adams here tonight. We might have to have a talk with Mr. Adams here this evening. Not sure. Looks like close, dang near close to 3 wide. Oh, there was a quick 3 wide there, but I wouldn't really call that 3 wide. It was just a 3 wide pass and gone. And the 24, snappy, loosey-goosey out of turn number 4. So the 24 out of 4 goes around, and wow, good job by, it looks like everybody getting around him. He locks it down. He doesn't move. He falls all the way back. Wow. 24 out of 4. Well, he's a loosey-goosey, so let's go ahead and see if we can get Mr. Jason up here real quick. Have a word in with him. Jason Adams, got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, 24 out of 4 goes around, man. Jason, what happened there, bud? Oh, you're coming out Pitt Road. Sorry.
Man, I just got loose coming out of there, and when I got right there in the middle of the track, I just knew that I was fixing to get hit right in the side. But I just told my teammates, I said, man, I think I'm going to have to go wipe myself after that one.
Well, it doesn't look like you got hit. It looks like you just snapped loose, and then, you tried to save it, and there was nothing there.
Yeah, I just got loose, Josh. It's pretty rough out here. It's a lot of tight racing and a lot of close driving together.
Oh yeah, definitely. So, you know, I hate interviewing drivers involved in wrecks, but you know, everybody, you know, wants to know what happened. You know, it doesn't look like you got any damage, so it looks like you're okay, damage-wise.
Yes, sir. I've got a 0X on that one. There was no damage.
All right, so you know, how you feeling about the really the coming down to 50 of 110 here, bud? Hey,
What was that, Josh?
how you feeling about 50 of 110 here, man?
It's going to be rough coming back from the back, Josh, but I think we can make it back up to the top 10 hopefully here soon.
All
This is going
right.
to be a lot of rough driving from here on out.
All right, well, good luck out there. You, like I said, man, you still have your reset. So if you get, you know, major damage in a big wreck, you still have that. It's gonna get wild. It's gonna get crazy. It's gonna get Area 51 type racing. You know that. So good luck, Jason.
Yes, sir. And you know, as this thing gets further into the run, drivers is going to get a little bit more aggressive, wanting that top 10, top 5 win.
Yes, sir. All right, Jason. Good luck, bud.
Yes, sir.
Yep. All right, we'll get him back up there. Looks like Jim Brooks is out of the, yes, Jim is out of the race here tonight. Take a look here at lap 50. 4 cautions, 18 laps, 60. We still got 61 laps to go here, folks. So it is by far not over with. Oh man, oh man. Here we go. No lead changes. Maxwell Caldwell has led all the laps here. And it looks like we're going to get that 2 to go here, or 1 to go here this time. Yeah, 1 to go here, folks. 1 lap to go. Alrighty, folks. Yeah, I had to step away. I do apologize. We are back underway here tonight. Looks like some single file, some side by side going on here for a second. That is Mike Peters and Ryan Kelly. I do believe, yes. We've got a battle here for that 4th position. John Held and Gary Slapinski. Of course, Gary, our pole sitter, he's never even led a lap here because Maxwell Caldwell decided on the outside at the start of the race that Gary Slapinski being on the inside, he was just going to steal it from him, and well, Maxwell did, folks. So Maxwell's been up front here for all the laps. 54 laps of 110 here tonight. And 55 laps here at the halfway mark. Here coming to lap 56, halfway here tonight. So a big shout out to our owners, our owners, our admins. I don't know. I know Charles. A big shout out to Charles. He's in some traffic back here. Big shout out to Charles. And I just said Charles, and he just got into somebody. Or somebody got into him. That is Jack Walls here. Whoa! Big shout out to Charles for bringing me on board here tonight. And for this season again for Area 51. A big shout out to Jim Brooks for doing all he does to keep me updated on the images and stuff. So big shout out to Jim and doing what Jim does for the league as well. But we just seen that. Wow. Crazy action out here on track, folks. A lot of side-by-side now going on. 73, Mark Brown, 53 of Dave Bush. Okay, single file behind him. And back to side-by-side. That is the 46 of Derek Gilray and the 6 of Bud Steele. Out of Gary Corley in the mix. So back to single file. Is that outside line starting to prevail? No. No. Who's that? And had you on this channel? Oh, we've got 9 watching and 5 likes here tonight. Can we hit about 10 likes here, folks? For about 10 likes here tonight. I do appreciate everybody tuning in here tonight. Brendan Kennedy. Mouse, there it is. Brendan Kennedy. We've got Dean Wilkinson, Jason A, of course, out here on the racetrack, and Gary Corley is going to go sideways. Good save, no caution. Wow. Can he keep it going, though? We're going to go on a MaxSpeedTV replay on this. We're going to figure out here. I don't know what happened to Gary Corley. My mouse is messing up here, but we're going to take a look at it, and it looks like Robert DuPont. Could we have a caution? Don't think so. No. However, what happened to Gary Corley out of 4? Oh, snappy loosey-goosey. Snappy loosey-goosey. He saves it, locks it down. He keeps it going. And everybody, it looks like, does get around. What happened? Hey, under the same MaxSpeedTV replay. Oh, Robert DuPont getting loose. Cuts it across the grass into pit road. That's what happened to Robert DuPont. So let's get back up live here, folks. Got a battle here between Bud Steele and Charles Johnson. Bud Steele still on that 9th spot away from that number 9. Robert Rock got battling back here again toward the back. Morales, Destin Lamb, like Jack Walls in the mix. Yes, sir. As Sam Pittman would say, yes, sir. And Maxwell kind of driving her, I wouldn't say away with it right now. He does have Gary Slapinski there in second. And if we look, of course, and you know what, folks, I'll go ahead and bring this over. I'm gonna hide what I use, but this is our winners so far this season for 3 races. Of course, Gary Slapinski winning Indianapolis to open it up. And, of course, Maxwell Caldwell winning Pocono and Richmond. And now we are at Iowa. So can Maxwell go back to back to back? Or will Gary Slapinski steal a second win here tonight? I guess we will just have to wait and see here, as we are going to be winding down here, folks, very quickly. 90 laps. It's going to be 20 to go. We're coming up on 70 now, and I do believe, I don't know if Maxwell will be able to make it. Ugh. Well, Maxwell and Gary, a battle for the lead here, folks. Gary trying to get around that 94. The 94 is hoping for the lap sweep, and of course, 3 wins in a row. And you know, 1 win is tough. 2 wins is crazy. And 3 wins in a row is just, oh my gosh, outstanding. 4 wins in a row is dang near, it's not impossible, but dang near impossible. Cool, Mike Peters, watching him, Ryan Kelly, John Held, Todd Merkel, but let's watch here, Maxwell and Gary here tonight. We got the cookie machine of Maxwell Caldwell, the Oreo, trying to dunk it back into victory lane. And Gary Slapinski, man, he is trying to set back into victory lane. Yes, puns intended here tonight. You know, Oreo, dunking it, milk, furniture, sitting on the couch, air, whatever. Yeah, puns intended. All right, back here, about 15th, Eric Gilray, the 46, right up ahead of Robert Rock, Dean Wilkinson, and Robert, well, he's falling back now. 83 of Jack Wall. We got some action back here in pack. I think watch this and we'll watch the leaders, but there is a gap now. Oh, Maxwell really close to the outside wall. Did he hit the wall enough to bring Gary Slapinski closer? I don't think so. But Gary he's coming. He's now down to about 0.2 of a second. He was about 3 to 4. We'll continue to watch that, but let's get back here. Robert Rock, Eric Gilray, Joseph Morales, Michael Spell out here hanging out. Now, he did use his reset. He's just kind of hanging out right now. Seeing, you know, kind of what is going on, how long this run has been. I would not count out Michael Spell. And here he goes to the inside of the 46. Is going to make that pass on Derek Gilray. Going to pull it right up behind of Joseph Morales. I think Michael will probably be able to get around here. Well, only a 1 lap difference in tires, so we'll see. Like Jack Walls, Dean Wilkinson, they were going at it. Jack making the pass on Dean. Robert Rock right there as well. Let's check back up front. I'm trying to get everybody as I can on the broadcast here, folks. That's just the way I am. And I do believe I did get everybody. That's the very cool. Robert DuPont Chumney. I think I got everybody on a broadcast, at least for a time or two. Here watching our leaders here, Maxwell Caldwell and Gary Slapinski. And here we go. Oh, you can just see. Let's ride along here with Gary here real quick, folks. Let's see if we can see that bump they are talking about. I know there's a bump there. Let's see if we can see it. We know he kind of popped. Oh, yeah, right there, I believe it was. Yeah, we definitely can see it here from Gary Slapinski. Oh, and the 94, and here we go again. Maxwell is going to take that lap 83. Oh, Mike Peters, 9. Around the 21 on the car of John Held, but 25 in the driver bar. At least we know who it is. Rod Markle, they're in 6, and I don't believe anybody's hit. Jack Walls here in the 83. Oh, Jack. Oh, yeah, he got loose, but he saved it. Good job, Jack. And a battle for that second spot here. And we've got a caution. Oh, Gary Slapinski. What? What? No! Gary Slapinski. Oh, he was in second here right behind the 94. What happened to the 78 here, folks? What? Crazy. Oh, he dove it in. Oh, I see what happened. He dove it in there to the 94 and just didn't have enough oomph to do it. He started to slide up, backed off, got a little loosey-goosey, and he just lost it. That's what happened. And he lost it again, tried to save it, lost it again, up into the wall. And yes, sirree, Gary Slapinski. Yeah, that's what happened. I do believe that is the case. We'll continue on the replay here, but I believe that is where that happened. Wow, everybody down pit road here, folks. We're going to go ahead and step away, play a quick commercial break. Hang tight because it's about to get wild here tonight. Alrighty, folks, we are back alive here tonight. Does look like the pace car lights are still on. They might have just turned on. I thought they were going to, but however, it is a Maxwell Caldwell up front. Ryan Kelly there in second, Kowabe third, Mike Peters fourth, Todd Markle fifth, Dave Bush in sixth, John Held seventh, Mark Brown in that eighth spot, Gary Slapinski now in ninth, and Jason Adams rounding out our top 10. We should get, yeah, that is going to be the one to go here. And it does look like it's double file. No single file restart. 9:30 Eastern. 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central. Oh. Oh man, good racing. Good racing. Yes, definitely good racing. Short track racing, but mile and a half style. That's what it is. 13 to go here tonight, folks. Well, I had to reset it. Here we go. Oh, it is gonna be, I believe, 12 go here. 92 of 103. Okay, so 92 of 103, yeah. Gonna take it at the stripe with Maxwell. Okay, so 18 to go. There we go. It finally updated. Boy, that was confusing. 18 to go here, folks. There we go. Had to wait for the update. Maxwell starting to drive away with it. Side by side going on back here, though. Owabi is right up ahead of this. Oh, we got a caution. That is Nicholas Lamb and the 91 of Dustin Lamb. Whoa! They are related, by the way. Dustin Lamb and Nicholas Lamb. So I'm wondering kind of what's going on down there in chat with them two. See kind of what happened between the family members. 91. I'm going to be on the 91 of Dustin. Like Dustin just got loose. Yeah. Oh, simultaneously, the 91 and the 19 get loose. Oh, Dustin Lamb and Nicholas Lamb simultaneously. You could not. You've got to get an image of that. That is a picture perfect moment between Dustin and Nicholas. You cannot get anything more perfect than that. Wow. That is insane. Wow. Let me see here if I can find one of the land. I am going able. Looks like out. I can't click on Right, well, I guess we will just have to wait here. That should be Dave. I can't drag anybody up. So, yeah, I don't know what's... I hate Discord. This is why I hate Discord. I can't... It does something. Oh, there's a nickel. Hey, never mind. All right, so hang on. We are still live. There's nickel. So let's see here if I can talk to Nickel. See what happened. Nicholas, got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Okay, what happened there?
Oh, I just got on the gas a little soon and got sideways. Rookie mistake. I've been down in there in that infield all day. Haven't you seen me?
Well, you know, you've got Dustin there. Your kinfolk. So, I mean, what's going on?
Oh, we just got on the gas this early, just spun out each other. We're trying to do a little synchronized spinning out together, I guess.
Synchronized spinning. All right. Well, all right, here, out of 4, it looks like you guys are getting side by side. This time, Bob's going to be the one to go. So we look like it's going to be 11 at the line when we get the green, Nicholas. So we still got a little bit, but, man, it's coming out of the wire. So, you know, good luck out there, bud.
Oh, I'm definitely going to need it.
For sure. All right, so he's in the quiet room. Okay. Oh, here we go. Maxwell Caldwell, Ryan Kelly, Mike Peters, Kowabi Brooks, Dave Bush, Todd Merkel, Mark Brown, Gary Slapinski, Don Held, and Jason Adams. Rounding out our top 5 here. 12 to go. It will be 11 to go here. Out of turn number 4 here. Pace car dives off. Here we go. And Maxwell, he's gonna be on the loud pedal. Let's go. Maxwell, Ryan, side by side going on back here with 11 to go, 10 to go at the stripe. Harry Slapinski, Dave Bush, Mark Brown in the mix. And we got a caution back here in the back. Dean Wilkinson. Okay. See here what happened to Mr. Dean Wilkinson here. Like a quick 3 wide. That was it. Being the 55 here. Has it down. Out. And yep, just that back end snapped loose, tries to save it. Okay, he's not in traffic. Does stop quickly on track. I believe that is where that happened, but he's not in traffic, so I don't know why caution was thrown. However, gonna set it up, 9 to go, and under 10, folks. I do not interview anybody, or at least I try not to. So we got Maxwell, Ryan Kelly, our top two here. Got Mike Peters there in third, Kowabe in fourth, Todd Merkel in fifth, Gary Slapinski has worked himself back up to sixth. We'll see what Gary can do. Dave Bush in seventh, Mark Brown in eighth, Jason Adams in ninth, and John Held rounding out our top 10. Jack Walls there in 11th, Larry Blair in 12th, Robert Rock 13th, James Ledford 15th, Michael Spell in 15th, Joseph Morales 16th, Bud Still 17th, Gary Corley in 18th, Charles Johnson in 19th, Derek Gilray rounding out our top 20. Dustin Lamb 21st, Robert DuPont 22nd, Nicholas Lamb 23rd, Dean Wilkinson right now in 24th, and Shelby Miller, the only driver that is any laps down here, and he is 12, is running it out here in 5th place. Jim Brooks, Jorge Rincon, William George taking it behind the wall here tonight. Seven laps to go, 6 to go this time by. Well, folks, if you're still in chat, what do you think is going to happen here tonight? As we go ahead and take a look at the caution count number coming across the stripe, 3 cautions, 10 laps. 7 laps to go, 0 lead changes. It will go to 6 to go at the stripe. There it goes. I had a feeling we would have some caution. Yes, I mean, short track racing, but races as a mile and a half. So I had a feeling we would have some caution. And I believe I was kind of correct on, well, I was actually a little over, you know, actually I said to some people 2 to 3. I think I said to some, 3 to 5, but hey, right now we are sitting, like I said, 3. Here we go, folks. Maxwell Reed. Oh! 1 more lap. What's going to be 5 to go, 4 to go. Hey, oh. All right, so 5 to go. It'll be 4 to go when we get the green. Oof. 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 That's what I say, oof. O-O-F, oof. All right, pace car will dive off here. Out of 4. It'll be 4 to go when we get the green. Of course, GWC attempts are in play. Maxwell on the loud pedal already. Here we go, folks. GWC attempts are in play, but not in play under regulation. 4 to go. Got to get to the white flag here under regulation. We got action going on back here, though. Good Lord. Mark Brown, Gary Slapinski, Mike Peters. Got some action going on. Nicholas Lamb is, he's on track. He's stopped. He's, no caution. He's going to pull it down pit road. All righty, here we go. 3 to go. We're going to take it this time by with Maxwell Caldwell. Oh, I thought it was going to be 2 to go. Whoa, Gary Slapinski. Oh no, Bud's still involved in this too. Oh no. Well, let's get on Gary Slapinski here, trying to make his way back up toward the front. What happened to Gary Slapinski in the 78? That is the big thing, and it looks like, okay, well, the 13 gets loose there. Did the 78 get loose simultaneously at the same time, roughly? All right. Here we go. There it is. Yep. And Gary gets, he gets loose, and Todd Markle, I think Todd might have got a little damage from that. Oh no, the 53 of Dave Bush, nowhere to go, is gonna smack the 78. Oh, oof. All right, well, this is going to set up a GWC. They get 3 attempts here tonight, so let's go ahead and forget about the fast repairs here this evening. All right, GWC attempt 1 of 3. They do get 3 attempts. We're back up here on Maxwell. I think track position right now is the biggest key. It could go 3 laps, it could go 6 laps, it could go 9 laps. You know, 3 green, white, checkered attempts. I mean, you've got all that in your play here. Maxwell Caldwell is going to lead all the laps under regulation. So he's going to lead all the laps of that. At Oreo, he dunked it here. I don't know what he did, but he did. He dunked it. Awesome job of Maxwell Caldwell doing what he had to do. Started in second, though, and he just pounced on our pole sitter, which was that man right here, Gary Slapinski, on pit road. So Maxwell Caldwell will for sure lead officially all the laps under regulation. But we still have a green, white, checkered attempt to go here. We got Maxwell, we got Mike Peters, we got Kowabe, we got Mark Brown, we got Todd Markle rounding out our top 5. Can't count out Jason Adams, Dave Bush, Jack Walls, Larry Blair. And running out our top 10 is going to be Robert A. Rock here, folks. Oh, good Lord. I'm nervous. Yes, I am. I am very nervous. Ugh. Oh, man. Awesome racing out here tonight, though, by everybody here at Iowa. The Area 51 Monday Night Next Gen Cup Series. We see the update, what happened here to these cars. Oh, man, it brings a totally different animal. And, of course, you know, the track itself here with that big bump here. And I'm going to go ahead and say it, the big-ass bump that is here at Iowa. Yeah, pace car dives off. Here we go. Maxwell, he's not going to waste. is going to go. Green flag. Here we go, folks. 2 to go. We've got to get to the white flag. Can we do it? PWC 1 of 3 here tonight out of turn number 4 here. Boy, that went quick. Here we go. No caution. White flag in the air. Here we go. 1 to go. Maxwell, can he hold it? Mike Peters there in second. Mark Brown in third. Man, this is going to be quick. Got the 71 of Kowabe trying to do something. He hits the wall. I don't know who got third. From my stats, Kowabe did. And that's what I'm going to go off of. But Maxwell is going to lead every single lap here tonight at Iowa. Congratulations goes to Maxwell Caldwell. Mike Peters going to finish in that second spot. And Kowabe, they're in third, and I'm just going to go ahead and go with that. Mark Brown fourth, and Todd Merkel rounding out our top 5. Hang tight, folks. I'm going to get the top 3 up here, and you know what, really? What I want to see is what happened here. We've got 1, 2, 3. Got the 73, got the 71. 71 hits the wall. 73 gets loose. I'm not sure. Oh, that was close. If anybody can get a screenshot of that with Kowabe and the 73 of Mark Brown, that is close for third. But hang tight, folks, man. Oh, my gosh. We will be right back. This is going to be interesting. Alrighty, folks, we have caught up with our top 3 here tonight. And we're going to start here with our number 71 here. That is going to be Koabi here tonight. A little confusing there in Discord with a number, but Koabi, man, the number 71 machine, bringing it home into 3rd podium finish. Man, talk about Iowa here tonight. 110 laps. We had some cautions. We had some great racing, but we got to hear it from you.
Yeah, there's some nice green flag runs in there in between the cautions. I think we talked earlier, I don't remember when. It looked like turn 4 was still the main problem for most people. Is that right?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Oh, yeah, for sure. That bump, man. Oh, my God.
Yeah, so my strategy was just to protect my stuff. I almost ran a perfect race. Unfortunately, trying to get Mark to the line, I put the loud pedal down a little too early. So did he. I got the better of it. Then he only got a 1X, although he spun. I got a 2X because I slapped the wall. But I get to talk to you, so that's pretty cool.
Oh, man. Well, talk about it, man. Well, one and only GWC. You know, it was between for 3rd, you know, podium, Koabi, you, and Mark Brown. So, you know, kind of, you know, talk about it. What was going through your mind? Seeing that, setting it up, you know, you got Mark Brown going for it as well. So talk about it.
Yeah, I was trying to put myself in the mental space to not hit anything because I really wanted to get a clean race. But, you know, in turn 3, it's like I might be able to get a drive off of this. So I sort of forgot about that temporarily, and I got a pretty good run. I don't think I would have got him if he didn't spin out, but it would have made it exciting. But yeah, everything leading up to the finish, I was just trying to pit at the right times. I actually had I pit when no one else did sometime in the middle of the race, and that cost me a lot of track position. But there's another yellow later. I actually just took right side tires to get back towards the front, which worked beautifully. Usually when I do right sides, I end up getting bit.
2 tire stop. Oof.
Yep.
Oh, you don't see that too often, like as you said, man. Oof. That was a gamble.
Yeah, the tires are only 10 laps old or so I figured, you know, I saw enough cars in front of me pitting, like directly in front of me, so I thought I could leapfrog them. I'll get 10 lap newer right side tires, and the left sides won't be so bad that I'll instantly spin out once we go green, and it worked out. The gamble did play out.
All righty, buddy. Well, Iowa is over with. We go to one of my favorite, and I would say this is one of my favorite tracks. It's 2 miles. It is quick. It is fast. And with this update that iRacing had with the Next Gen Cup cars, oh, man, drafting and speed in teammates is going to be so important. We go to Michigan. How do you feel about Michigan?
Yeah, I haven't run this combo before. So, yeah, it sounds like it'll be a draft-dependent track. Probably kind of track it's still tight enough to have some tire wear maybe and have to save your stuff. If that's the case, that plays my strengths a little better than just pure speed. I can't keep up with the Maxwells of the world, that's for sure. So I need to have an advantage some other way.
Well, Koabi coming into tonight here. It looks like you came in 5th in the points, so you are gonna pick up some points for sure. Don't know how it's gonna, line out for round number 5, but man, awesome job out here. Iowa is it's not an easy track. It's a 3-lane track, and you did what you had to do to hang on. So, man, awesome job for that. Any final thoughts, shout-outs, thanks you want to give before you go celebrate 3rd here tonight?
Yeah, thanks for the broadcast. Thanks for Area 51 hosting, and yeah, I think people try to give each other respect out there, which was nice to see. Even though it didn't always work out for turn 4, but everyone here is trying their best to make clean racing and go wheel to wheel and make it exciting. So thanks to the racers.
Alrighty, Koabi. It looks like your dad didn't want to talk about he was in the wrong spot at the wrong time. So
yeah, at least twice. One fast repair. You can't do it twice. You can get away with it once, and else is not, unfortunately.
I feel so sorry for your dad. I really. Oh, that's a heartbreak. You tell him that, but get ready for Michigan. It's a totally different track. and totally different racing style. So, Koabi, good luck next week, and as well as your dad, good luck as well.
Thanks. See you there.
Yeah, thank you, bud. All righty. Well, that is going to bring us here to our second place finisher here tonight. That is going to be Mr. Mike Peters here this evening. 69 awesome. I think he was awesome here tonight, but yeah, it's Iowa. You know, Mike, we got to hear from you, man. Talk about it here tonight. Crazy racing. So we got to hear from you.
Yeah, Iowa always puts on a good show, as I'm sure you saw in the broadcast. 3-4 lanes of racing. You can send it high, you can send it low.
Oh, don't send it 4 lanes. Just don't.
Well, I mean, it's there. You should never have to use it, but it gives you a lot of options. But it's just, this track's fun. And the Area 51 guys, you can run. The thing I really like about this league is you can run pretty much anybody here door to door, inch off of them, and they'll have the spatial awareness to where you can do it. So it's fun. You can trust a lot of the guys. I'm still trying to learn a lot of the guys in here because I'm new to this league. But no, this was an absolute blast and a hoot of a race. Long green flag run in the middle there. I wish the cautions hadn't really come out as much toward the end. But that was a blast.
Well, let's talk about it. We started the race out. It was racing. We had some cautions, long green flag run. Then, yeah, like you said, we had those cautions there at the end. Was that? And I'm going to say it as a broadcaster perspective, was that a, track position thing, or was that trying to see what the car would do under old tires?
Well, towards the end there, it was a thing of like, if you pit, like who else is going to pit with you? And it's like, I knew I could hold everybody off, no problem. Cause it's like, I could work the car high. A lot of people, when I would play with it, they could not do the high. They could run the bottom. They could kind of run the middle, but anything high that they really couldn't do. So if you ran the middle or you ran them low, they would just kind of check up a lot. And, I wouldn't do that to try to manipulate anybody.
Oh, yeah.
But you got to know what your competition's doing. But the cautions towards the end there was just, I was up front and I was just trying to be like, if we can get like 5 or 6 laps, the one thing I didn't really get to do, I did it to one guy to get around him, but if you can send it up against the wall through 1 and 2, you can actually carry a ton of speed. It's just kind of risky and stuff, but I was hoping it'd go green so I could try to do that. Max is fast. I mean, I didn't think I had a chance to get around him. That was maybe my only shot.
Max is fast. I think you're saying that just for respect. He's an alien, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, he's super fast, but it was like my only shot was going to be if we were able to string out a little bit and I was able to send it out. But I just didn't really know some of the cars behind me too, so I was kind of hesitant to throw it up there because I was like, man, if I throw it up there, somebody's going to see a hole. I would see a hole. I would take it. So I just kind of, it was like second position's a good spot. I'm just going to ride behind Max here. So that was great though. The caution towards the end though, I was just basically just whatever he's going to do, I'm going to do.
Oh, it came down to a GWC attempt, and you held your own. You did what you had to do. Yeah, you were ahead from Koabi about 0.3 of a second. So you had the gap. You were there, so I
gotta give him props.
Yes.
I know he was on old tires.
Yes.
Ooh, he absolutely sent it much more than that car was wanting to be sent every single time on the caution. I was making sure to give him plenty of room, but I was like, man, I just need to get away from this because he is sending it a lot harder than I'm willing to send it at this time. I was just trying to get to the end. I got to give him props on that because he was sending it pretty hard there.
Oh yeah, really definitely.
Much, but yeah, he was fun.
Oh yeah, definitely. Koabi and Mark and Todd. That's kind of running out the top 5, but. Going away from short track racing, here, Iowa, it is a short track, but it races like a mile and a half. We go to Michigan next week. So, one of my favorite, I love Michigan. I don't know why, but I do. Talk about Michigan now with the update in these cars. What's it going to take? Draft? Is it going to take tires? Is it going to take fuel? Or is it going to take all 3? I mean, talk about it.
I think it's going to take all three, but I mean, I think most importantly, it's going to be very similar to here. I mean, this is a good racy track with multiple lines. Michigan has, I mean, you can run, not that you ever should, but I mean, you can, there's so many, there's endless lines there. You can run 1 and 2, completely different than 3 and 4. I mean, whoever's versatile that can pull out a line, clear someone, they're going to work their way up to the front there. So that's going to be a great exhibition of racecraft on that track.
You can definitely go 3-4 wide at Michigan if you time it right, but oh my gosh, if you don't time it right, it could be really ugly. Oh man. Yeah, that's going to be a good race. I'm looking forward to it. Well, Mike, awesome job out here tonight here at Iowa in the 69. Awesome machine, man. Any final thoughts, shout outs, thanks you want to give? I know Canes is one of them, and we talked about that. So go ahead.
Yeah, just shout out to my motorsports partners. I'm actually getting back into some real world stuff this year. We're gonna be doing some dirt trucks around Texas, but Raising Canes is coming onto the program. I've got a friend Craig over there. We're gonna be doing some cool stuff in motorsports. You'll be seeing that pop up, hopefully on a bigger scale than what I'm doing. NASCAR racing experience. We're always looking for instructors. But if you ever want to drive a real stock car on a real racetrack, NASCAR racing experience can help you check that box. And then of course, my shop, the awesome shop, we manufacture sequential shifter, handbrake combos. So if you ever need a shifter or a handbrake, I'm probably going to start kicking those back off here pretty soon. But yeah, I mean, just, thanks to those guys, they help me out and have fun. And that's what we're out here to do. Just, this is a ton of fun. I'm just trying to have some fun. And thank you for the broadcast. These are great to watch.
Well, Mike, I do appreciate it. 100%. I know you guys, this is competition, but you guys are out here to, it is for fun, but competition, race for a championship, the whole 9 yards. But, awesome job out here with you. This is halfway of the regular season. So, going forward now, what do you have to do, Mike?
So I'm not gonna lie, I've watched some of the broadcasts when I go home, and the video game, the simulator stuff is really fun.
It is a simulator. Don't call it.
I always gotta throw that out there.
Don't call it a game.
It's so fun though, but you do lose a little bit of that risk factor because if you tear it up, you don't go to the hospital, you don't gotta fix it, you rage quit, turn off your computer, and go home. Well, I've been trying to be a lot more patient, especially after the Indy deal, where it was like, Indy was like, I was sitting in third. I got aggressive and I was like, I'm going to take this guy second because I know I can get him off of 4. And instead I finished like 69th place or something.
Mike
so
even called it out. I didn't even have to talk about it here tonight. Mike even did it. So
no, I know, but it's like, it's important to kind of, if you want to do any sort of competition, it's important to kind of study yourself and kind of be like, what could I have done better?
Yes.
So I'm just trying to be a lot more patient and just, you can't win the race if you don't finish the race. You can't win the race from second either. I got to figure out how to get around Max and some of these other things too.
Get around Max. It's called a bumper hook. That's what it's called. No, I'm just playing.
Nah, I'd rather finish second than do that.
Well, I'm just joking. I know you're not gonna wreck him for the win, so
Well, at least not with this attitude. Maybe later.
All right, well, Mike, awesome job, man. Yeah, awesome job here tonight. Man, I guess it's gonna be February 7th at Michigan. We'll see what happens there, man. Good luck there, and awesome job out here tonight.
Thanks, man. We'll see you there.
Thank you, bud. Alrighty, folks. Well, does he need an interview here tonight? The Oreo 94 machine dunked himself back up to the win, and that is back wheel. I don't think Maxwell needs a interview, but we'll go ahead and give him one anyway. Maxwell, you led every single freaking lap here tonight from second. Talk about it.
Yeah. Well, if you saw in qualifying, I saw on your broadcast it had the thousandth difference, but on iRacing it actually had me and Gary at the exact same lap time. So I joked with him and said we were sharing the pole there at the start. But he was fast, I was fast. I knew going into this race it was going to be a track position game. So I was on the outside, and I knew turn one, as bumpy as it is, you can hold somebody down there. So I shoved it on first lap down into turn one, knowing he would take it a little easy and just try to drive up out of there. And I think out of four is when I might have finally cleared him. It may have been turn 1 and 2 again the next lap, but finally got clear of him. And then from there, I just made sure to run where he was running, kind of put that dirty air on him. And other than that, just kind of rode up there and run through the race and got to the finish.
Well, as I am rolling a cigarette, yes, a cigarette here, and kind of talk about the start of the race here, because it was green flag. You and Gary were right there. Long green flag runs here tonight. So kind of talk about the early on racing here. I would say before the first caution, I think that was round 20 to 23, somewhere around in there. Talk about it.
Oh yeah, just we had a couple. I think we had a couple of quick cautions a few laps in, because I know we pitted on the second one. Everybody did, and I thought that was around laps 16 to 18, somewhere in there. But yeah, just got up front and was trying to just run my race, knowing how me and Gary will kind of just take the first of the race a little easy. Knew he had about the same amount of speed as I did, just needed to take it easy, and just I knew he was going to have a hard time passing. Noticed that in practice. I tried passing a few guys, and it was very difficult. So that second pit stop, came and got tires, was equal with the rest of the field. They all did it and ran from there, and then had a couple of cautions just back to back to back there. And that's when me and Ryan stayed out and everybody else pitted. And that pit stop about messed me and Ryan up, because on that's when we got that long green flag run, and I was looking, and with about 20 to go, I was about 6 laps short on fuel. So
Oof.
And Gary and them should have had enough to make it to the end. So that's why I was trying to roll that top and let Gary under me, because I was trying to save fuel, and I knew he couldn't pass me on the bottom. And then eventually he just broke loose underneath me as I was doing that, and that brought out the caution that I kind of needed. But hated to see my buddy Gary wreck, but that set me up for the last 20 laps to come get tires and fuel with the field, and just kind of held on from there.
Well, let's talk about the GWC attempt here, the final stint here, because that set it up. 110 laps was the laps here, and it came down to really who could pass you, who could not. Nobody could pass you. 115 laps here tonight. I don't know. I don't know what to say about what happened out there. I really don't.
Oh yeah, it was crazy. And I had races last season. I talked to you about it, where led most of the laps in a race, almost led them all, and then a green white checkered kind of screwed me over. So
Yeah.
I kind of expected that tonight, but once Ryan wrecked, which was one of my big competitors and teammate, by the way, and then when Gary wrecked, I thought, man, there's nobody else. And then the points leader, Dave Bush, he had a black flag, I think, to serve right there at the end. I thought, well, now all I kind of got to do is hold on. So I just got the restart I needed, jumped up to the top, which was preferred on restarts, by the way. You did not want to be on the bottom going into one. Just bogged down too much. You wanted to get that middle run and kind of arc it off the corner.
Not to interrupt. So outside, that's where you wanted to be.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's how I got the lead on the initial start. And, once I saw that, I saw how powerful it was. So I thought if somebody was ever on my quarter panel going into one, it was going to be game over. So I had to get the jump every restart to be able to get up to the top lane and clear them before the start-finish line, so that I could get that nice run out of 2 and set up turn 3. To really, after turn 3 and 4 is about when I started feeling comfortable. So it took about a lap to truly get wound up. But yeah, I had to do that on all the restarts, especially the last one. And that's kind of what kept you up front.
Well, you dunked it here for 3 straight, going back to Pocono, Richmond, and tonight at Iowa, man. Back to back to back. But, and this is a big but, we got Michigan coming up. And it's a 2-mile track. it acts like a super speedway, and I think with the update, it's going to act more like a super speedway with these cars. What is Michigan going into round number 5? You know, what's your thoughts on it?
It's really going to depend on what the admins do as far as the setup goes. Because as I practiced this week after the update, really was pretty loose on the setups they were wanting to run and kind of really a lot of throttle control. And then we come into the race tonight, and it was the most plowing tight setup I've ever driven at
Oh,
Iowa. So it was really a culture shock. Didn't expect that. We made it work, but that's kind of why you didn't see a whole lot of passing. It was just too tight. So at Michigan, I would expect the car to be really loose, especially from what other drivers have told me about the mile and a halfs. I've heard that, and I haven't
oh,
raced
the
it myself, but
Michigan is not a mile and a half; it's 2 miles.
oh yeah, but
Yeah.
it's with the fast speeds you're
Oh,
running
yeah,
and going
yeah,
off in those
yeah.
corners, it's gonna race very kind of similar to one
Oh,
as
yeah.
far as you getting loose or the
Oh,
aerodynamics
yeah,
of it.
yeah,
So,
yeah. Mile and a
and I've been
half,
told,
mile and 3/4, roughly, close to.
oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
and but I've been told that on those intermediates that if you lift any in the corner and try to get back on it, you're just going to spin.
Oof.
So I would almost expect that the way Michigan's shaped, especially coming off turn 2, just kind of steep banking, but how it unloads onto the backstretch. Turn 3 may be okay, but I could see the cars getting light right there. I've seen a lot of wrecks in the past going out of 4 and hitting that pit wall. So I don't know. It just depends on how they mess with the setup, but if it's tight, I'd probably be more pack racing. If it's loose, you may see some guys actually spread out a little bit, and rear tire conservation be a huge thing in that one.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's not a super speedway. It's a speedway. So it acts like a super, but it's not a super. I think Auto Club and Michigan, well, as we see Auto Club in Michigan now, I think those should be super speedways, but I know Auto Club is going to change here later on. But, man, I don't know. Michigan, I think next week, round number 5. Oh, man, this is a point. Do you think points is going to be at stake?
We're about 4 races in now. I had to miss that first one at Indianapolis, so that's why I've been trying to fight for the wins the last 3 races, kind of get myself back in it. But points going into Michigan, you could see some guys float around. If you're around 5th to 8th in points, those guys could drop out of that top 8 if they're not careful. Because we've seen some big wrecks there, and with such an aero-dependent track, you could get yourself in a lot of trouble. But Michigan being one of my all-time favorite tracks, actually, kind of looking forward to going there. I hope it's more on the loose side than it is the pack racing side, because it would be more of the typical Michigan I've grown up racing, where you can actually not like scoot away, but you can just establish yourself a little bit. You won't have to have 5 or 6 cars helping you just to make a pass. So we'll see how it goes. Like I said, should be fun. It could be a points issue for some of the back guys, but I think some of the guys up in the top 4, I think they'll be solidified here all the way through to the playoffs. It's just there's a lot of good guys up there in the top of the point standings, so really consistent. They had some issues tonight, but I think that was just a mulligan. So
Yes. Yes, sir. And it looks like we've got you up in the top spot. I'm gonna go ahead and call it official, but the points are gonna be updated over time here. But you are now up in the top spot here tonight. But man, it is so close between everybody going into Michigan. But let's go ahead and man, Maxwell, awesome job out here tonight. We're not going to keep you here. Any final thoughts, shout outs, thanks you want to give before you go celebrate back-to-back victories here tonight?
absolutely. First and foremost, just got to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Without him, I wouldn't be here and wouldn't be able to race with you guys. So it's awesome for him. Thank him for everything he's done. Thank you guys for the broadcast at MaxSpeedTV. Always doing a great job, and thankful to my teammate Ryan Kelly and just some of the guys I race with. They're competition, but they're still good friends at the end. So just like this league, like these guys, and can't wait to go to Michigan.
Well, I guess we will see you at Michigan next week, man. I love Michigan, and I guess we'll see it then.
10-4. Thank you.
Maxwell, awesome job out here. Awesome win. We'll see you next week.
Sounds good.
Yep. Alrighty, folks. Well, that is going to do it for our top 3 here, but our top 5 is going to be Maxwell Caldwell, Mike Peters, Kowabe Brooks, Mark Brown, and Todd Merkel here tonight. Get down here to our official. And that is going to be Maxwell Caldwell grabbing the win here tonight at, well, Iowa, the community swimming pool, as I call it. Awesome job by Maxwell doing what he had to do, dunking it into back-to-back wins here. Awesome job. Mike Peters there in second. And AT doing its thing as you. All right. Well, see here. That is going to be Kowabe there in third. Mark Brown in 4. Hang tight, folks. Major issue. Close all windows, but however, gonna stay here live. We're gonna get everybody on the final grid. All right, the final grid. Maxwell, Mike Peters, Kowabe there in third. Mark Brown there in fourth. Todd Merkel grabbing a top 5 here tonight. Jason Adams there in that 6th spot. Jack Balls in 7th. Robert Rock in 8th, grabbing a top 10. Larry Blair grabbing a top 10 here tonight in 9th. And Joseph Morales grabbing a top 10 there in 10th as well. Outside of the top 10, Derek Gilray there in 11th. Dustin Lamb in that 12th spot. Charles Johnson in 13th. Michael Spell 14th. And James Lefford grabbing the top 15 here this evening. Dean Wilkinson grabbing that 16th spot. Bud Steele 17th. Robert DuPont 18th. Garrett Corley 19th, and Dave Bush in 20th. Gary Slapinski back in 21st here tonight. Ooh, tough break for Gary. Well, that's where he will finish. Ryan Kelly 22nd, John Hill 23rd, Nicholas Lamb 24th, Chummy Miller 25th, Jim Burks 26th. Jorge George, the Roncon, not sure, the 902 27th. William George, there in 28th, and TJ Elaine did start here tonight. However, our winner is going to be Maxwell Caldwell here tonight. Thank you all for tuning in here tonight for the Area 51 Monday Night Next Gen Cup Series Season 1 of 2022 here at Iowa Round 4, presented by MaxSpeedTV. Until next time, folks, thank you all. Stay safe and have a good Night.